just be quiet because we don't know what to do because Corey's not here.
Yeah,
And
of course, not here telling his
Oh,
stories.
we're actually live right now.
oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
That delay is kind of interesting, isn't it?
the little red numbers don't pop up right on time.
Welcome back to the Flannel Panel, everyone. How's everybody doing? A smaller turnout tonight for the fellas. Jason's working as he does every once in a while. That guy's got a good life, though. I will say, traveling to Nashville, traveling to Scotland soon.
He was freaking at like high tea the other day.
Yeah,
like he's at some like bougie tea event. Like that
he
dude,
is bougie. He is a bougie fella.
He lives a different life, man. He looks like a Viking and lives like a princess.
My first reaction is like, "Oh, he's a good dude doing that for Natalie." But then I got to think about like, no, he probably really enjoys that kind of stuff.
He fully embraces that.
Full pinky out, all the I think so. Yeah. Well, he's definitely missed tonight. We always miss Jason.
Absolutely.
And his shenanigans. Nat's here saying, "Was up?" A little longer than
number one fan.
And I said that. The number one person, I think. Not even
the
fan,
old like
the best.
Budweiser commercials.
Yeah, the Scream thing. Was it the Scream?
It started out with
Scream
frogs,
mask,
didn't it? No, it was like frogs.
It didn't end with a Scream mask or something.
I think the Scream mask stole it from the frogs.
Maybe that's what it is.
I'm pretty sure it was like a late 90s Super Bowl commercial.
Yeah.
There
it is. There it is.
Back to work, Jason.
Yeah.
And Conway, as always. What's Conway drinking tonight?
I guiltily ran upstairs and put a flannel on because I was afraid Conway would yell at me.
Did the same thing. I was like, oh man, I got 4 minutes. I'm not wearing a flannel. Conway's going to give me crap.
Yeah.
So, speaking of the flannel, do you notice it? Do you know which one that is?
Is that the new one?
Ty?
No. Is that the Full House one?
Yeah.
I went and tried to buy it. Couldn't even find it. Like not listed.
Way.
Like, gone.
Oh, I'll have to give you this one then.
No, well, no, you don't need to do that. But
you know what? I have something to tell Conway too, and I'm pissed at myself for not just buying it for him. But the Metallica one in Canada may still have sizes. There's a Dixon site in the States and Dixon site in Canada, and they have different stuff all the time. But yeah.
Well, if they still have the Full House one, buy a large for me.
I will definitely do that. I'll check you guys.
I tried to go and look. I figured that one wouldn't be one of those that sold out super fast because usually kind of the standard ones like don't. And so I wasn't like waiting in line or anything like the Metallica one, but didn't even see it.
Yeah. And all here in a day. Oh, you take I'll check Conway. I'll make sure because I think you needed a large. Was it large or medium?
Yeah.
I think you need a medium.
You want a medium? I don't. Yeah. What do you do with a medium? You put it on your dog?
Well, I don't know.
Medium.
I don't know.
I'm afraid to answer that question in so many ways. Like, there's a lot of directions that could go.
Yeah,
I've got. My flannels, these Dixons, I've got them in 3 different sizes here at the house, and none of them are medium. None of them.
None of them are close to medium. All right, Conway's got a large. He needs a medium. All right, I'll see what I can do. We got Kim's here and Mark's here. They're always faithful watchers. That's awesome. How's it going, everybody? What are you guys drinking tonight? We got Troy and Ty doing a review, which is kind of weird. Have we ever done a full out review?
Well, hold on a second. Let's back this up. So Troy's like, "Hey, I got this bottle. I'm gonna fresh crack it tonight." And I was like, "Oh, I got a fresh crack too." And then all of a sudden, that went from, "Hey, we're just drinking fresh cracks," to
I'm exploiting you.
Reviews from you.
I'm exploiting you for content, of course.
My palate, it's good.
That's honest.
Yeah. I warmed up with a little pinhook rye.
Okay.
Because I'm drinking a rye. Are we revealing this now? I guess Troy's is like out there in the world, but because of everyone. But so I think Troy actually recommended this, but I'm doing
I've tried
malted 6-year rye.
Yeah.
So New Riff just got distribution to Colorado in the last few months, probably. And so we're finally starting to see some of their stuff show up. And so I wanted to try something new and
I'm
grab
doing
this.
a New Riff as well, Rye.
Is it the Mav?
This is the Mav Riff. Yes.
Nice.
The Mav Riff.
It's the only New Riff Rye I have because they don't. Well, they were up here for a short time and it was way too much money. But
interesting.
So I got my own distributor.
Yeah.
As advertised, we just got these in last night.
So this is the second edition of 2XO. Is that what that is?
Yep. This is
the I haven't seen anything blend. Or tried anything. So yeah.
Oh yeah.
What was the last one? The Phoenix blend or something?
Yeah, the Phoenix.
The first one was the Phoenix. This is the Innkeeper. And they're both the same proof, both 104. So I don't know if that's going to be a thing or just coincidence. But I'm empty, so I'm going to go ahead and.
There you go. I like 104. I think that's an awesome proof.
That's such a good. Yeah, that's right there, man.
Yeah.
I got to give it to Dixon. Like the Phoenix, like naming your first whiskey after Kentucky Owl Phoenix is so good. Like that's so pointed. And then to come back with the Innkeeper blend is,
it's on point too.
Yeah, it's great.
Because I think that Kentucky Owl fire is still burning.
Yeah. I saw ADHD whiskey posted something. I'm subscribed, but I don't watch a ton of his stuff, which is bad. I love Matt, but I just don't. I don't watch a ton of YouTube.
He might need a medium soon, though.
Dude's killing it. Yeah,
he's lost a ton of weight.
He's got a tapeworm.
Yeah, it's impressive. I still need. I live 2 hours from him. I need to see him.
That's crazy.
Actually, I'm on a tour that I may be able to go. I need to try to hit him up and see. If
you're going on tour?
We've got like a 3-day Colorado trip in a couple of weeks. That's kind of a mini tour here. So
nice. With who?
Just with Nate.
Okay.
Yeah, we've got 3 shows in 3 days. So
oh wow,
it'll be a blur. But we'll drive right through ADHD whiskey's hometown. So
cool.
Need to make that. But he had posted something about this $150 whiskey is not $150 bourbon or something like that, and it was one of the new Kentucky Owl releases. I was like, not surprised. So
I love his sound. I don't know if I can get it. Did the gurgle pick up?
It picked up. Yep,
it was perfect.
That's my favorite.
All right, so
sound.
Troy's this is fresh craft Innkeeper's blend.
Yes.
Probably gonna need a bigger pour.
We'll do it.
Cheers.
It smells like hopes and dreams.
Does it? I was listening to Dixon Deadman's podcast, the Blending Bourbon podcast. Jason threw us on it a little while ago, a couple months ago maybe. And they have like 7 viewers similar to us currently, which makes me feel a lot better because he's Dixon Deadman. But some of his stuff's awesome, and the way they talk about tasting notes recently with they brought in a fan or something I forget which, I'm botching this, but he was chatting about tasting notes, and there's 3 types of people, and I was like, oh, I can easily like pick out who that is. And one's like I'm good, it's bad, that's kind of me. Then there's the nostalgic person like Jason's Motor Oil. And then there's like Nat, which is that person that can actually pick up the notes and like actually knows what it means. And he's like, there's 3 different types and you can play them all. And the way he explained it, I'm like, oh yeah, that's so true. It's like there's the guys that are like, yep, that tastes good and feels good in my mouth, I'll drink it. And then there's the this takes this. Well, I'll stop.
You said it.
I didn't.
I was gonna go down a rabbit hole that I shouldn't.
Which is coincidentally also.
Yeah, anyway.
But those are Jason. He is very nostalgic though, because those are his notes. Like this tastes like grandma's basement on Christmas morning.
Exactly. Yeah. I'm excited to hear some tasting notes from Scotland when he gets back. Maybe we should get him a journal that he has to jot down the tasting notes while he's there, and then it's like mean tweets. He has to read them back afterwards. That'd be hilarious. Yeah, well, Jimmy Kimmel mean tweets thing. It's like,
yeah,
Jason, now tell us your tasting notes.
Jason, I've got
which we love. Jason, he's watching, so
I know
we love him.
I've got like 35 blank journals at my house right now that I could bring you, Jason. So
let's do it. Let's do it.
It's R&D phase. So
he could do it in the podcast journal.
Ooh, yeah. Those were pretty
leather.
Pretty
yeah.
Oh, hey, I'm not trying to suck up, but I'm
there it is.
Sucker right now. Got my crayons and I'm drawing pictures.
Or post live videos.
Oh, do reels. Do reels.
That must happen. Yes, please.
Actually, what we need, Natalie, is we need like a side by side, like first Jason's notes and then your notes on the same whiskeys, like back to back to back, just 15 seconds each. And yeah, that'd be good reel material right there.
Some shorts. Exactly.
I mean, I would love to go on that trip, but like the scenery and everything would be great. But I'm just thinking after probably the end of the first day, I'm just going to start getting aggravated because you're all excited and jacked and you're trying all this whiskey and every sip just stinks. You know what I mean? Like, dang it.
I mean, I don't mind Scotch at all. I'm a Scotch fan to a degree. But I think you'd find stuff you like, Troy.
Yeah, I wouldn't even know where to start, but I'm hoping.
I was like, have you had Macallan? Like,
no, I'm not.
Okay.
I've not had much, and what I did have, I can't tell you what it was, but I did not like it.
There's a few bourbon. I'm gonna send you a Scotch sampler that's like a bourbon drinker's Scotch sampler.
Interesting.
Okay.
Yeah. I've got a few because I'm not a big Scotch fan, but I've got stuff that I'll drink. So
that's always good content. You give a bourbon drinker Scotch and just let them flail around a little bit.
You know, even if you don't like Scotch and you have Lagavulin, you could at least try and be, Ron Swanson. Like, I think that's just a fact of life.
Yeah.
Not saying Scotchy, Scotch. Absolutely. And Jason's bringing plenty of bourbon to the party.
Yeah.
The party started for sure.
And then Conway wins.
Troy did not like green eggs and ham.
And I don't know if Conway's a Scotch drinker either, but I'm just thinking, thinking that atmosphere, you're going to be jacked. I can just see myself getting excited and ready to tie one on, and just everything at hand, you just like, it's like Ipecac.
Smells like Band-Aids. That's inaccurate.
They're good. Like, I don't know. There's some good Highland Parks. I like peated or smoky-ish Scotch. Not like crazy ashy, but I like some peat to it. Because it's a big flavor. Like bourbon's a big flavor. Peated Scotch is a big flavor. Some of the Highland stuff is just like not great, in my opinion. You need
wonder
to
how they ever
it while eating steak, oysters, and a big loaded potato. I mean, I mean, pretty much anything with that. Yeah.
2 of the 3, I'm with you, Natalie.
Yeah, I'm not really.
You don't like potatoes?
Yeah,
I don't think I've ever properly ate an oyster either.
Really? Oh,
they smell funny.
It's the texture.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a loogie thing.
Mussels? Would you eat mussels?
I'd try it once. I mean, I've had one good oyster. Yeah, when I was in Vail, a guy mixed it up and added the sauce and stirred it, and I was like, oh, that was good. But
so I've always wondered, do you chew them or do you just kind of try to slurp them down?
I'm gonna leave that one to Natalie.
Yeah, okay.
You just choke it down.
Something. Well, I'll never know. I'll never try an oyster because you can't get any answers because it's an uncomfortable subject.
It's not an uncomfortable subject. He may have just made it uncomfortable. What about smoked oysters? Do you like smoked oysters?
No, like in a can.
I've only had grilled.
Oh,
I've only had grilled.
I love smoked oysters. Like Nat says, with a cracker, or some cheese or something like that. It's great stuff.
Yeah.
Troy,
how's that 2XO, Troy?
Yeah, we got a review that we need to let the people have.
So far, I messed up because I sat down here and I needed a pregame a little bit, so I grabbed it. So I was drinking a Knob Creek single barrel, so that was too strong. I mean, so this is my first impression is it's very sweet, like it's got like a honey, but it's come off a little soft right now. So hey, Dave's here. Dave's the one that came through with the bottles.
Yeah. Dave, what's up? How's it going, Dave?
Dave providing the content tonight.
Yeah, we've actually got it was Dave's nephew that made the trip to Kentucky for us this weekend, and
oh, nice.
Dave just had him pick up a whole case of these things.
That's awesome.
And char grilled oysters.
I could see that. I
mean, I'm down. I like oysters in general. Yeah.
So right, I don't know if Dave is drinking.
We need to get some good tasting notes here. Dave's
getting a little bit of root beer.
Hear Troy's review.
A little
root beer. Yeah. What was in the glass before?
Knob Creek.
No, like in that glass? Did you have root beer in there?
No, don't you ever get?
I'm kidding.
Here. Let me just tell you a little inside baseball on Dave. He starts work. He gets up like at 2:00 every morning for work, so he misses most of these. So him being here is
a special deal. Well, you better not disappoint here. Let's go.
Yeah, I feel like I already let him down. But
Kim said Mark found an Innkeeper's blend today. We just cracked it. Well, what do you think?
Help me, Kim.
Yeah, Troy's floundering here.
I'm saying sweet cola, and it's 104 proof, but right now it's drinking about like 90, 95 proof.
It's crushable.
So Dixon nailed Troy when he said, "Yep, well, I like it." Well, is it a buy again?
I was like,
"Oh yeah, I would buy it for sure." Yeah.
What's the price in Kentucky? Do you know what they're like?
I think they're like $100. I think. Dave will have to help me, but I think I got 2 bottles, and I think they're like 100 and maybe 110 time we got them home.
Okay.
The tax and everything.
Yeah, I was like, I'm a little higher than that with the online ordering. So
yeah,
but I mean,
I don't have mine yet.
What's not $100? And I'm Canadian, so everything's $100 here. But what's not $100 now?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Really.
Oh, there he goes. It was $101. So
right.
there you go. But
that's like $20 cheaper than I got it then. Plus shipping.
And I think it's just to tell you how I feel about Dixon. I bought 2 of these, and I usually don't spend that. I mean, $200 is a lot for me to pop on whiskey at once. So, I wasn't happy. I didn't want to just have one. I want to have a couple of them because I knew I was going to like it. And
$200 is not a lot for you to spend on whiskey, but it is when you only get 2 bottles worth.
Yeah,
like you drop $200 on 4 cases of Wild Turkey 101 in a heartbeat.
Oh yeah, you're 100% right on that. It's just
not in one shot. He buys 2 here.
No, I have bought a couple of Kentucky Owl Ryes for $200, but that's been about my limit on high spending.
I was like 2 cases of Wild Turkey 101 is like a month of Whiskey Wednesdays budgeted right there. Like,
and the weather's warming up, and we're all itching for some Whiskey Wednesdays. 80 degrees here today. First sign of spring.
Yeah, Ty, you had some nasty weather, and Jason.
Jason really got hit. They got hit more than us, but yeah, I mean, we get typically snow like 5 or 6 times a year, and to be getting snow back-to-back days in April is stupid. I'm pissed.
Yeah,
so I went and registered my boat today so I can feel like maybe spring is coming. I'm like, I can't take it out yet, but
well, this is a side note, but just so I have something to say while I'm getting drunk. But my son Andy, he's 25, just turned 25. He just bought a house and moved back to the area here this weekend. So every night this week we've been going over there and planting grass and painting and just dumb stuff, but so I'm a little excited about that, and it makes me feel old that one, that my kids are buying houses, and 2, I'm sore as shit because I'm old. I bent over to pick something out of the yard today and I didn't make it all the way down there first try. I'm just gotta lay down here. I'll pick it. I will lay down on my side and pick it up. It'll be right. Looks natural.
Did you have a whiskey in your hand though?
No, I need
that'll limber you up pretty good.
Yeah,
that wild turkey. Michelle's here.
Kim, give me some notes, Kim. I'm telling you, cola. I still get cola every nose I get. More cola.
Well, that's a good note, though.
That's something I don't pick up on whiskey that often is cola.
I was like, I don't get it often, but when I do, it's usually something that I'm like, this is good.
Yeah, fair enough.
Or Dave. I don't know if Dave's trying it tonight either. I'd like to do a side-by-side, but it's behind this sign and it's a whole thing.
He's still going for it. Don't knock the batteries out.
I want you to know that after the campaign push last week for batteries, I received a total of 0 batteries this week. So,
any samples?
Not yet, but I think there might be some in the mail. I don't want to spoil it, but I think I saw some movement.
Yeah, are they going to be?
When like people say, join our Patreon, help us keep the lights on. I'm talking like send me some batteries and literally keep the lights on. These things aren't cheap. Now this is the Phoenix. Now this is one's down to the end, but we'll see. Just a sip.
Dave's saying, drink more whiskey, Troy. It's good for the aches and pains.
And I don't know if you remember, Ian, but Dave is a bad influence.
Yeah, I do. I definitely remember that.
Well, he remembers the start of that, not much after it.
Yeah.
I came out slightly unscathed.
Yeah.
But the 3 of them, the Ohio boys, they took it hard the first day.
Yeah, you're not as easily influenced by Dave as Troy is.
And Ian, I don't remember what bottle you brought to Whiskey Weekend last year that we needed the cork for, but I've still got that here. And
that was a lot.
The guys were over the other day.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it was being passed around. It still got the darn
Old Forester
1910 cork in it. Yeah, I was like, this is the wood.
Yeah. That's awesome. Yeah, I sent that. But we'll see. I sent that dark oak to Ty a long time ago.
You did. It was not my favorite of the Lot 40 stuff.
It's gotten a lot better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one you sent me was it was just funky. Like, it wasn't bad. It was just, I don't know, it was not my jam.
Yeah, I felt the same way.
Like, I've had stuff that I'm like, this is not good. And I wouldn't have said that about that. It was just not in my wheelhouse. What's the insight, Troy?
First sip of the old one, the Phoenix blend, was a lot more bitter and a little bit smoky even. So when I said the Innkeeper blend is sweet, I'm doubling down on that. It is much sweeter than the first one, in my opinion. So I'm thinking I like it now. I like the sweetness more than what I'm getting now on this old one.
All right.
And I'm still waiting for Kim to help me out because I can't vocalize my tasting notes.
Yeah. Kim, you're not.
What do you think about
any of Troy's moments? We need your help right now, Kim. That's what he's saying. Yeah. So
I'm not good with the words.
My Wi-Fi, I think, is disastrous right now.
You are a little pixelated.
We've had some not crazy storms, but a bunch of thunderstorms, and it just messed up power grids today. So my dog hated it. But yeah. So if I drop out, I apologize.
Well, if you drop out, we all drop out, and we'll just say stay buttoned up and call it a night. We'll see you guys later. Yeah,
that's true. Yeah, I think my router's just not happy. But anyways,
So
Troy,
are you drinking anything, Ian? Did you say what you're drinking tonight?
I did grab that new riff Maverick for tonight because the boys.
Is it any good or is it stink?
It's pretty solid. I'm a big fan.
Let's talk about that. Will and Grease tried it on their show this week, and they both were like surprised how much they liked it. But what irritates me is they have a couple bottles, and they both seem surprised at how good it was. Like they don't know where the bottles are. They've not tried it. They don't, those two guys owe me I'd like a written apology and maybe.
Well, Will definitely owes you a written apology after he said it was Corey's pick.
Well, Corey was part of our pick, but yeah, he was the sticker man, and
he
bought a lot of bottles. That sticker.
Well, the sticker's fantastic.
Yeah, if it wasn't for Corey, it'd just be called Troy's pick. It wouldn't have a name.
Well, Will probably would have got it right then.
All right. And Kim saying, I get sweetness up front, caramel, then spice hits then the spice hits and a nice finish.
Thank you.
What do you think, Troy?
I agree with, like I say, the sweetness is all I can come up with, but yeah.
That's also a reference to the podcast, the Jimmy Eat World song that Grease sang on Monday. Do you know it? Are you listening? Anyways, what Dixon does it smell like, Troy?
See, I don't have them memorized. It smells like the Gilmore.
The Gilmore.
Which Dave Gilmore, that's his only Dixon. He bought Gilmore.
Well, he should. That's perfect. Yeah, this Maverick is delicious. Delicious.
It is. It's so solid.
Yeah, it's the only new riff rye that I have, but it's a special bottle. I still have two with Troy, I believe.
So I don't know if I told the story, but we had done a couple new riff picks prior to the rye. Our first pick, we just bought a quarter barrel, 60 bottles. The second pick, we were going to do a half a barrel, but it was a short barrel. It was only like 110 bottles or something. So we bought the whole barrel. So we do the rye, and we were hoping to buy a partial barrel again. They said, no, you have to buy the whole barrel. So we were hoping to get like a short barrel again. No, it was, so we sent the money in. You have to buy like 220 bottles. And they sent us a letter, said, congratulations, your barrel had extra bottles in it. So we got like an extra 15 bottles. You owe us another $1,000.
Great.
Anyway, so it worked out. And we're glad to have the extra bottles, and we're out now, so it all panned out. But it was,
and that's when the advertising campaign began.
Yes.
Yeah, you guys offloaded a bunch of those. Yeah. So you're out.
Yeah, I think we are pretty much out. I've got like 3 or 4 around the house here, and then we might have a case left at Dave's house, but I'm not even sure about that.
Nice.
That's impressive.
Well, I have a lot of bourbon friends who bought bottles.
That's true. Well, Ty, what do you got going
on? I'm going back. I mean, I will say this off first impression: the Maverick destroys this.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, it's 6 years, 100 proof. Like you could drink a ton of this, but at like $70, like it just doesn't have anything that's like unique enough to make it kind of that higher end bottle in my world. So it drinks super sweet for a rye, which has to be that malted rye factor. I don't think it has much of that, like the grassy dill pickle notes, which I love rye. So that's kind of
that's your jam though.
Yeah. So
dill pickle.
This is more in that like Elijah Craig, Rittenhouse, like those lower rye. I mean, I would say it's a little more mouthfeel, a little fuller feeling than some of those, but there's nothing like, oh, that's a cool note. It's like, oh, this is good. Like it tastes like iced tea, kind of like nothing crazy. Yeah. So there's flavor, but nothing that like makes me want to go, oh yeah.
And I think at first they were supposed to be like a limited release, but now they seem to be like a shelf.
I remember when you first got that, you were stoked that you got one, and it wasn't gonna be around much, and now they're everywhere. So yeah,
every time we go to the distillery, they're there.
That was years ago too, wasn't it? When you first got
it's
one.
Probably been 3 years now.
Yeah, that's right.
I
liked it. I had it at Whiskey Weekend Batch 4, and I really enjoyed it when I had it with you. That was good.
Yeah. I mean, it's good. There's definitely nothing wrong with it. It's just at that 70. I think it was
$70 though. So again, $70 is a cheap bourbon now. You know.
Yeah. I mean, but there's a lot of stuff I can get
normal bourbon now. Like,
there's a lot of stuff for $70 I can get that's probably better than this, though.
Okay. Like what?
All of the why did I just blank on it? The wild turkey, not the wild turkey, but the Russell's Reserve stuff.
Okay, like, yeah, fair enough.
I would take a Russell's Reserve rye, 6-year rye over this for sure.
I would take anything Russell's anytime. I think that
I've not bought many Russell's ryes. I need to buy more of those.
I don't buy a ton of them, but in a 6-year rye category, I'd take that over this. So
that rare breed rye I really liked.
Yeah,
yeah.
I found one of those
that up here. You found one of those?
I agree with Kim on that one.
The viscosity on the Phoenix is better than the Innkeeper, and Dave's throwing out some water. I don't usually do this, Troy, but put a couple drops of water in the 2XO and it really opened up. The caramel really comes out and the sweetness is magnified. So
I don't even know who that guy is. When we drink whiskey, we don't even have water at the house. You know what I mean? It's just like,
you want water? No, go get another whiskey.
Hey, it literally, the last time we got together, we lost power. It had no water. And so him adding water to his glass is like blowing my mind. But
Troy will do that when they turn the water back on his house, Dave. So
Troy's like, when I get some water, maybe I'll try that. But
that's right.
Until then, let's add some Knob Creek 120 to it and see what happens.
I'll teach you about blending Dixon Deadman.
Yeah, exactly.
And I know I mentioned this last week, but I can't remember if it was here or somewhere else, but I'm out of touch with what's out there now. Like looking at the Whiskey Weekend pictures, all the bottles on the share table. I don't know a lot. It's all so many micro or small distilleries now, and I'm a little out of touch. Like I just don't drink I have my favorites now that I drink, but there's so many smaller distilleries that I'm out of touch.
I agree. What do you think, chat? What do you think about the whiskey market? Is it like, are you excited for these new, like, I think Four Gate's kind of new to me. I've never seen it up here at all. And then there's what's the Colorado Copper Sky?
Yeah.
Is that what something like that?
Yeah, I've not heard.
Broken Barrel and a whole bunch of these terms that I've never seen a bottle of. Are you excited for these releases? Are you stoked for more people in the industry, or are you kind of getting burnt out with how many new releases are coming out? What do you think?
Or even like the single barrels, you don't see Russells and stuff anymore. It's all these rye threes and I don't know, just different,
And is that pushing that price up? Because I said like $70 to $100 is kind of normal now, right? Is that those new guys kind of trying to get that cost back, or what do you guys think?
Probably. I mean, I've seen a trend, at least here locally, that because of the mass quantity, prices have actually started to regulate themselves. So there's
really?
There's a handful of those small distilleries. now I'm gonna forget what it is because you said Copper Sky. It's Copper something else.
Copper
Will's
and
talking-
Kings.
Maybe that's it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, Found North is another one. Found North, that I was like, I'm all over that, but I can't get it in Canada. I would love that.
But some of those are coming in at lower price points, which I think is actually helping, that MGP market balance out a little. Like I saw some 5-year MGP barrel for $31 today.
Wow.
Barrel strength, single barrel, and so some of those things, because it's becoming flooded, I think that's helping. Copper's Craft.
Was it Copper's or Cooper's Craft? One of those anyway.
Copper something.
Yeah.
I could.
Is it okay?
I'm not going. Yeah. But
that's cool.
There's some great stuff that's in the market that I think makes you like, I don't hunt anymore. I think that's the biggest change in the market. Like I'm like, I know what I like, and if I have to work too hard for it, it's not worth it anymore. Like, so
yeah, I'm right there with
that. I get that's probably what it is. So I don't feel like I'm up on the current things anymore, and so when I see them, I don't even know what they are, if they're good or
The one I really want to. Andrew,
what's that?
I was going to say the one I really am curious to try some more of is the Lucky 7. They have really cool kind of squatty bottles. It's all like movie ticket themed stuff.
ADHD's been a fan of that stuff, hasn't he?
I don't know.
Maybe.
I was like, I bought 2 of the Holiday Toast is the one I have, and it destroys any other toasted barrel I've had. It's
cool.
Like 1910, like any of those, like it's fantastic. And I saw a 15-year of it today, not of the Holiday Toast, but a 15-year of the Lucky 7, and just couldn't bring myself to drop the money on it because it was in that 110 normal price range that Ian keeps talking about.
Yeah, it's kind of normal to me.
Yeah.
Oh, Jason's gonna get triggered here.
Yeah,
Jason's gonna get triggered.
Kim's throwing shade at Jason right now.
There's nothing we love more than Christmas in a glass.
Yeah.
Did you guys
let's do it? Oh, Ty, yeah. I thought you were gonna like fly up here, Jason.
Yeah.
Got it from Elixir. Cool.
Nice. Well, Jason, I will say, number one, I'm wearing the flannel from Jason in honor of the fact that I don't know, it's some brewery out there.
Oh,
here, hold on.
I don't know, Crossing.
It's got like a custom flannel.
Brewing. Yeah, look at this guy.
I was like, yeah, Jason sent this a while ago, along with a purple hat that I'm not sure I've ever worn. I apologize.
Oh, I've got that purple hat somewhere.
Yeah.
So it sounds like Jason loves Ian more than me, but Ty more than both of us, is what it sounds like.
It's called proximity. It's called proximity, Troy.
That was a long time ago. That was a long time ago.
Oh, so this is a fun story. So I had to mail a bunch of stuff out to all you hooligans the other day. Like I took like 18 boxes to UPS, and I'm going through all of them, and she's, verifying all the addresses, and she gets to Troy's hometown, and she's like,
"Nice."
I'm like, just sneeze. That's the right one. Like,
this is the heartland.
She was like, I don't even know how to start. I was like, I don't know how to say it either. It's fine.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a curse.
Yeah. So it's really just about where you
love
live,
it. Troy. You love it, Troy.
Oh yeah, it's a conversation piece,
It's about as German as it comes, I think.
It is, yes.
Yeah.
Because there was my wife used to say it was Indian. we had some Indian settlers here way back, but they were missionaries from Germany that were, so yeah, it's German.
Gotcha.
So I don't want to change the subject, but I've been meaning to ask you guys this, and I'm a little bit embarrassed to bring it up, but did you see there was an episode on AD? I guess it was actually on the Bourbon Junkies channel this week, and
you watched it?
I don't. I'm not proud of it. Once in a while, I dabble on a video over there, and it was. I think it was Ty, our best video ever, or I don't know. But anyway, so you
I
turn
saw
it
this
on,
as well.
Yeah. It's not the Junkies. It's ADHD and who was the other guy? Was it Dan Lake?
Dan Lake. Dan Lake, I think. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So that was probably pretty funny. It was just pretty much a roast of Dan the whole time. I thought ADHD did a pretty nice job of
Dan Lake nailed some of that Seanisms though.
Yeah, they were both good. Yeah. But Dan, it's funny though, because Dan was off the camera the whole time. We stayed too far out of frame. He was out of frame the whole video.
It was very clever. It was very clever.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah. It's like freaking Matt Porter, man, and his roast. That dude is so good.
He's quick. He's so quick on everything too.
Well, so that's I mean, he's a video guy. He's not quick, but that dude
even live yes, he can write, but he's witty. Like he's got that witty, throw it out there. It's funny. Like that Whiskey Weekend Batch 4 roast videos
were like perfection.
Incredible.
Perfect.
Yeah, incredible.
Yeah. Go watch Matt Porter, ADHD. And Matt, if you ever see this, shout us out in return and send Troy some batteries. All right.
The boys.
Have you guys been watching Matt Madness? Matt Madness at all?
I do. I've watched some of them. Mostly if I know anybody that on the show, I'll watch. But sometimes I don't know some of the shows. And I feel like I watch a lot of YouTube. So
yeah, I haven't been watching it. Like normally I watch it consistently. I really like what he puts on. It's fun. Like it's a cool competition, and Grease gets silly and kind of funny, and you sometimes have to turn it off because it gets a little too far. But overall it's a very fun competition and I enjoy it. But I've been so swamped with just life that I haven't even turned much on, let alone respond to text messages. Ty called me out earlier today. So I've been missing Matt Madness, and I kind of want to go back and check in because Will was on it a few weeks ago, I think.
Wearing a robe. Wearing a robe?
Was he wearing a robe?
I think so. I think so.
Wardrobe.
See, I missed it. Yep. Yeah, and
Tease
this week, I believe. I think Dan and Sean are facing each other this week. So.
Oh, so you'll watch for sure.
I hope. Yeah, I'll watch for sure and hope they both lose.
Yeah, I gotta say,
just because they're from Michigan.
Okay, I was like, after Whiskey Weekend, like I actually really like those guys.
Yeah, I like them too. And I watched them way before Will and Grease knew who they were. It's just now that they
make fun of Ohio a lot.
Yeah, one of these days I'm gonna go over and knock over their little shed, just while they're in it.
That would be a great episode. Make sure you wear a flannel for it so we can.
Will wore a robe and his wife's sunglasses. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go back and watch that for sure because I'm missing it and everything. Yeah,
I don't know if I've ever watched an episode of Matt Madness.
The one thing is it's long. Like I think it's Friday nights, and if my wife's working nights, that's great. Yeah, you're busy. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, that's why I haven't ever watched one.
It's 2 hours, but it's funny. I mean,
at least,
the songs they play. Maybe you guys knew. Ian, do you remember who writes the songs?
Yeah,
they changed their name, didn't they? I don't know. Forget.
Yeah, but every week they have new songs for whoever the contestants are on the show that week. The songs roast everybody.
David and Kara or David and somebody. The Shelf Turds.
Shelf Turds.
Shelf Turds. Yeah.
Yeah. Didn't they change their name to something?
They may have changed their name. I think.
I really feel like in 12 months we're gonna blow up so hard that one of us is gonna be on there, and I hope it's Corey. And we need to know who these people are.
There it is, David and Kira. That's what it is. Andrew West saving us. Speaking of Andrew West, when are you jumping on again, dude?
Yeah.
And you hope what, Troy?
I'm gonna try to start some negotiations with Matt Porter in a couple of weeks. I'm gonna text him tonight and be like, "Hey, we're coming through. Let's have lunch."
Yeah.
Yeah.
See if you can get him to get a flannel panel tattoo.
If I pay for this today, Matt, will you go get flannel panel like old Tupac style on your new abs?
Yeah, like Buffalo wherever on his body would be different values.
Or the live free and like the patch that Corey made. We need that on the chest, Matt.
Yeah, tattoo. That'd be hilarious. That would be hilarious.
Okay. Here's my official 1 hour drinking review of 2XO and Keeper.
All right.
Especially compared to Phoenix.
All right.
This is a nice sweet blend. I get, like I say, cola, but it's not as viscous as the 2XO or the Phoenix blend. But I kind of prefer the this one, the sweet palate over the. This one comes off after side by side. This one, the Phoenix comes off a little bit harsher and smokier.
Okay.
So
interesting.
Yeah. So if you have the means, I would definitely recommend picking up the Innkeeper. And plus, it reminds me of the Beaumont Inn, so it's all those heartstrings and.
Yeah, that tugs on all those, don't they?
We spent a week in there last year and wanted to go back, but now that Dixon's not there doing tastings anymore, I don't know if we will or not. But
yeah, will he ever do that again, or has he just moved on from that?
He ruined everything.
Seriously.
I'll probably go back just for the breakfast. Those corn cakes are pretty good.
Yeah, I'd like to go. Yeah, that's a trip I want to do with my wife one time. When the kids are a bit older, probably just go away for a weekend, go down there. She has to deal with bourbon stuff. Maybe she'll like it one day, but yeah, I think it'd be fun. I think she'd like that too. She loves food.
Wine.
So it'd be good.
I was like, "There's enough wine and good cocktails."
Forget that. She can step it up. She can step it up and try bourbon. Yeah.
Oh, little. I don't know if you guys saw any of the text threads, but my cousin, they have a camper and they go camping on the weekends. But so
is that what they do in campers?
I don't know. I've never been, but I think that's what they do. Yeah. So they and another couple were in Kentucky this weekend, and he texted me. He says, "We're going to Buffalo Trace, and I can't remember where else. Maker's Mark today. I don't remember where they're going." He says, "Where shall we go for lunch?" Oh, Woodford. Buffalo Trace.
Right. I did. Yeah.
So I just threw it out in the group, and Casey was like all over. Did you see that reply? He had like, well, if you're in Versailles, here's 5 places. If you're in Franklin, here's 5 places.
Yeah,
I look like a freaking genius.
Top 15 list. Here you go.
Yeah.
I
trust him.
Ty, you won't appreciate this because you're not from my generation, but last year or maybe it was 2 years ago when we went to Willett for lunch was one of the biggest regrets of my life. I didn't know what I was ordering. I didn't understand anything. And the whole time I'm thinking, Mammy's is 5 miles down the road. And I'm sitting here eating an egg salad sandwich with some chickpea salad on the side. I don't even know what the frick it is.
Well, so Troy, I will say, like food wise, it was too foodie for me.
Me too.
Whiskey wise, Willett hits a home run.
Yeah,
it's all right. It's all right. sure?
Yeah, that sandwich was good though.
It was good. It was good.
All I'm saying is eggs aren't that color in the wild. I don't know what they put in those eggs, but that's not natural.
And this brings it full circle back to Conway's comment. Tease does not like green eggs and ham.
There it is. There it is. Well, I think we should get into some just the tips, and I'm sure Troy's going to be talking about the color of eggs.
But I hope Troy researched.
I got I went a whole different direction.
Did you?
Yeah, you're gonna love it.
I'm ready. I'm ready for it.
Are you ready? You want me to go first? Because
yeah.
All right. Well, this is a little bit of a story. In our household, Patty made a roll a couple years ago, and out of nowhere, she just said, "From now on, from this day forward,"
or a
roll, like the law. She laid a law down. From this day forward, nobody shall bring double stuffed Oreos into this house. So, like,
oh, why?
Like Iron Curtain, like boom, like sacred fruit were like forbidden. So
why?
I mean, because we would like eat them like they were crack, you know.
Oh, okay.
So she just thought they're not good for us. We're all too fat. Quit eating Oreos all the time. So I mean, I still broke the rule because I don't like being told what to do. But the other day she comes home and she brought these things home called. I'm just gonna show you the box. These most Oreo. What these things are,
right
these
now.
are like a quadruple stuffed Oreo. They're like double stuffs. And the filling is like a cookies and cream type of thing. Like the Oreos are mixed in there.
Oh,
my wife bought them.
But so here's the problem. I needed these for content tonight. So I said to Patty, where are the Oreos that you just bought? She broke her own roll. She brought them home. And I need them for tonight. She's, I ate them all. So these are out of the trash. These are empty. I ate one of these. I don't, she made the roll, but I don't know who she's fooling because it ain't me. You know what I mean? But anyway, most Oreos, I recommend them. From what I remember, they're pretty good.
They're delicious. They're fantastic.
Have you tried them?
Yeah, my wife bought them. My kids like them because the filling to cookie ratio is worthy for them. They don't like the cookie. They just want to scoop the icing off and eat it. But that's so thick that they'll eat the actual cookie too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the show was starting, and I asked Patty, "Where's the Oreos?" She's like, "Oh, I ate them all. I'll go buy more." And she went into the store, but they were out. So she just dug these out of the trash.
How many did you get?
Oh, I don't know. There's probably at least 24 of them in here. I don't know.
No, did you get?
How many did you eat? How many?
No, I ate two of them. The other 22. The cat and Patty ate, I think. I don't know. It's not easy here in Ohio. Tough times.
Especially when they're all out of the most stuffed Oreos.
Yeah, top that.
All right.
I don't like double stuffed, but when he said it was like Oreo, like cream in the center, like now you've got my attention.
Yeah, I don't know if you see the picture, but you see the sprinkles in there?
Yeah. The what?
The sprinkles.
Sprinkles.
He's sneezing again.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
We're 53 minutes in.
I've had too much 2XOs.
I disagree. I think you need a bit more.
Ty,
Ian,
what's
you want mine?
Yeah, because I got nothing. I'm trying to stall here, man.
All right. So I have a couple. One has been done multiple times, but the Mandalorian season 3. I'm just loving it. It's been fantastic. Posters changed because I'm the Mando. I've also really liked watching the Easter eggs. Like if you go on YouTube and search like Mandalorian season 3, episode 6 Easter eggs or whatever, and they break down all the stuff that I don't have a clue about. It's been kind of fun to fully nerd out on Star Wars. And the second thing that I want to recommend is the Masters. Watch the golf this weekend. It's the best tournament there is. Throw it on, enjoy it. Tiger's there, hopefully makes the cut. And hopefully we see a fun winner. I'm not sure if you follow that Live Golf, Full Swing whole thing, that Live Golf and PGA thing, but that we'll see what happens with all that this weekend, and should be pretty fun. The Masters is my favorite tournament. I only bet on one golf tournament a year, and it's the Masters. So I have to pick my winner by tomorrow.
I would say, who do you have this year?
I think I'm going to throw. I don't know. Jordan Spieth is a pretty easy pick. I think because he's just, but it's Easter. Yeah. He's won the last few Easters. Every tournament he plays on Easter, so that's a factor. I might bet on a few players this time. I think Bubba Watson might just go balls to the wall, being on Live, and just throw. If you know golf at all, Bubba plays Bubba golf, and he just curves the ball all over the place. And I think he could just go ham and have fun. But I don't know. We'll see. It's gonna be fun. I gotta pick a winner. Justin Thomas also. I think he's due for something big, just with his talent, who he is. But we'll see. And then Scotty
if I wasn't at work, I could sit and watch the Masters from start to finish all day for 4 days.
So I failed myself this year because I should have went to the doctor's last October and then went to the vasectomy clinic or whatever and booked it for this weekend, so I could sit on my couch with a bag of peas somewhere and just watch the Masters all weekend.
Yeah, you might be more serious than I am. I don't know if I'm that dedicated. Yeah. That's dedicated.
Oh, that would be fantastic to me. Yeah,
that's good.
Then when it's over, there's some video games on. Anyways, that's what I have to do for next year is book that. Anyways, Ty, do you have anything yet?
I don't know how I follow that. I actually, so I have made a commitment to get good at golf this year. I don't know if that's going to work out or not. So we talked about that a little the last time I was on, but I actually have plans to watch the Masters, and because I have a gambling problem or something, I have put money on Masters for the first time.
No way.
Golf tournament, yeah. So it's just in a friendly pool in one of our bourbon groups. I'll actually be tuned in, and you got to make it interesting. So put money on it. So that's actually what I'm going to say. It was the Masters, and then you derailed that and stole it. So I got nothing.
I'm sorry.
That's all right.
Who did you pick for the winner then?
So the way this is like a pool pick, and so they grouped, I think it was 6 pools, and you pick one person from each of the 6 pools, and then
that's
lowest
fun.
Lowest score wins. So we'll see how it goes.
So who was your prized pick then?
Honestly, I'd have to go back and look.
I figure you got Scheffler or Rahm or something.
Scheffler, Scheffler could do it again. He's playing so good.
Yeah, I don't remember. So I'm such a numbers guy that I was looking at world rankings and where they were at in the pools and trying to pick the highest ones, and so I barely looked at names. Legitimately, I was trying to number crunch and stats and go all right, this seems like the best odds with the best ranking for that pool, and take that one.
Yeah, I don't think so. For the Masters, I don't think that the highest ranking guy, it's just kind of like a crapshoot for the Masters anyway.
So I did not pick the highest ranking in any of the 6 groups. I know that.
Okay. Yeah.
But I took the best, what would be the highest payout in Vegas. So
Got you.
highest
Yeah.
or the most likely payout, I guess. So the best world ranking with the best odds, if that makes
Got
sense.
you.
So if there's a 37 world ranking with a 1 in 200 odds, and there was another 37 ranking with a 1 in 50 odds, I'm taking the higher, like I'm taking the payout
the 1 in 50.
Yeah, I want the money.
Yeah, no, I'm taking the 1 in 200. Like I want the payout. Yeah. So we'll see how it turns out. I don't know what I'm doing.
Send me your lineup. I'm so curious.
Yeah, I'll send that to you. So
yeah, it'll be fun. No, I'm Masters. So like right now it's garbage outside, mud everywhere, possibly snow. But every year at the Masters, I would go on Xbox and play golf, just getting ready for it. And if you're a golf fan on Xbox or whatever, the new game that just came out recently has you play Augusta on Xbox, which is super cool. I haven't bought it yet, but I might do that this weekend just to try and pretend I'm a somebody.
Yeah. I was just reading today they lengthened number 13 40 yards.
13's
so it's going to be
long now. Yeah. Big golf. And sorry for the golf content. Those of you that are watching. But
for whiskey.
Yeah. It's fun. I think golf and whiskey kind of goes hand in hand though.
Scotch.
I'm a big fan of non-sweat athletics. So anything you can drink and play at the same time.
Yeah.
Bowling, golf,
and like cigar, pipe, on the course. Like it's great. It's great.
So 100%.
Perfect.
Next week, I think we need to talk a little bit about this. What do you know about pickleball? It's a big thing over here. All of a sudden, it's like everywhere.
Yeah, it's blowing up. I've never played. But
I don't think it's a bourbon sport, but
there's too much running for that.
Are you gonna start playing pickleball?
Me?
Yeah.
No.
Like get some spandex shorts and start sweating it out on the pickleball court. Like
as far as sports go, I like my odds because it's only like a 10 by 10 court. So as big as I am, I can cover most of it. But yeah, nobody wants to see this in spandex. So I'm gonna stick to the icing down the keg. Kind of that's my sport,
I love it.
Yeah.
Well, fellas, we made an hour. We got some just the tips in the Masters, the most stuffed Oreos, and Ty the Masters.
I'm just the Oreos sound like a cop out, but just try them. You'll thank me later.
I
love Oreos.
Yeah.
I'm excited. I'll do
it. So new Riff malted rye, $70. You buying it again?
I will say I like it more than Ty does.
Yeah.
I would try it at a bar first. See if it's in your wheelhouse. Like I could totally understand why someone would like it, but I would pick other things over it.
When you did your barrel pick, Ty, was that one of the things they poured you like afterwards? Our first pick, that was one of the things they let us sample.
I don't remember if it was, what is it? There's the malted and the Balboa. Is that the other one?
Yeah, Balboa. Yeah.
So one of the two was in the fermenting tank when we did our pick. And so we tasted it like out of the tank, like
sweet.
But it didn't even exist at that point. So I haven't done a pick since Whiskey Weekend Batch 1.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's all exciting when you're trying something that's not on the market yet. I think you like it twice as much as normal.
Yeah. So I was actually thinking today, I was like, Whiskey Weekend Batch 1, what was that, 5 years ago? Is that right? Because this was 5.
Yeah.
So at first I was like, oh, this could have been the stuff we tasted in the fermenting tank because it's been 6 years. And then I was like, I think it's only been 5. So that's not it. But
5 years. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, that's crazy.
Well, fellas, and I'm just gonna hold on. Sorry,
yeah.
I need to address Jason's comment here. I'm gonna wear a flannel to Evermore, Jason, and that is as dressed up as I'm gonna get. The rest of my family is all in on this. I am not. So Jason and I are going to Evermore this weekend in Utah. It's some crazy theme park with costumes, and everyone except for me is excited about it.
Ty, please make some reels on the flannel.
Can you take a picture?
Yeah, I'll try to get some videos. I'll try to get some.
Jason,
videos.
Just steal Jason's phone and just go live. Yes, that'd be fun.
I'll film them and send them to Troy. Then we know we'll get unedited content out of this nonsense.
Wait.
Yeah,
film them, then send them to Troy or send them to me, and I'll play them live so Troy can react to Jason.
Oh. Yeah, that will be triggered.
Perfect.
I love it.
Houston, we have a plan. All right. And on that
note, we'll see you all next week, and
stay buttoned up.
Stay buttoned up. Cheers, everyone.
Cheers, everybody.